Imagine this. It's payday, and for a fleeting moment, you feel on top of the world. But before the weekend even hits, the bills are paid, impulse buys are made, and you're back to waiting for the next paycheck. Sound familiar? You're not alone. The truth is, most people don't stay poor because they don't work hard. They stay poor because of habits that silently drain their income and rob them of financial freedom. Here's a quick question for you. What would you do if you suddenly had $10,000 in your account? Would you invest it, save it, or blow it all on a luxury vacation? Your answer says a lot about your money habits. Stay with me, because in this video, we're breaking down 5 specific habits keeping you stuck, and by the end, you'll know exactly how to break them and start building wealth instead of watching it slip through your fingers. Let's dive in. Let's start with habit number 1, living without a budget. Elaborate the problem. Think of your money like water flowing through a pipe. Without direction, it leaks out everywhere. A budget? It's your pipe system. It ensures every dollar goes exactly where it's supposed to, instead of disappearing into the abyss of subscriptions you forgot to cancel or late-night takeout orders. I once knew someone who made over $100,000 a year, yet couldn't save a dime. Why? They didn't have a budget. Every month, their money vanished into impulse purchases and untracked expenses. Without a budget, you're flying blind financially, and that's a terrifying place to be. How can you expect to build wealth if you don't know where your money's going? Start small. Use tools like Mint, YNAB, or even an Excel spreadsheet. Track every expense for 30 days. At the end of the month, you'll have a clear picture of your spending habits. And trust me, some of it will shock you. But even with a solid budget, there's a dangerous habit that can sneak up on you, even when you think you're in control. Habit number 2, impulse spending. Deep dive into the problem. Let's be real. Advertising today is designed to prey on your emotions. That limited time offer or buy now, pay later deal, it's engineered to make you spend money you didn't plan to. Ever walked into a store for one thing and walked out with 5? It's like Target has some sort of magic spell that turns toothpaste into candles, throw pillows, and snacks. Impulse spending doesn't just cost you financially, it robs you of your goals. Imagine all the investments, savings, or opportunities you're sacrificing for a momentary high. Here's your shield, the 48-hour rule. Want something? Wait 48 hours before buying it. 9 times out of 10, you'll realize you didn't really need it. Now you might be thinking, okay, I can stop impulse spending, but let's talk about something that feels helpful, yet often becomes a financial trap. Habit number 3, treating credit cards like free money. Storytelling with fear. Credit cards are like fire. They can cook your food or burn down your house. I once heard a story about someone who racked up $20,000 in credit card debt, thinking they'd pay it off later. That later turned into years of financial stress. Here's the math that credit card companies don't want you to know. If you carry a $5,000 balance at 20% interest, making minimum payments could take you over 20 years to pay off. You'll end up paying double what you borrowed. Think about it. Would you borrow $100 from a friend if you had to pay them back $150? Of course not. But that's exactly what you're doing with credit card interest. If you already have credit card debt, start with the snowball or avalanche method. The snowball method focuses on paying off the smallest balances first, giving you quick wins, while the avalanche targets the highest interest rates. Either way, commit to paying more than the minimum. But what if I told you that avoiding debt isn't enough? If you're not doing this next thing, you're leaving thousands of dollars on the table. Habit number 4, not investing early. Elaborate with fear and excitement. Here's a question. Would you rather have $10,000 today or $10,000 invested in the stock market 20 years ago? If you chose the latter, congratulations. You understand the power of compound interest. I know someone who started investing at age 22 with just $100 a month. By the time that he turned 30, they had over $20,000 saved, thanks to compound interest. Imagine what they'll have by retirement. Practical tip. If you're unsure where to start, try index funds like the S&P 500. Platforms like Vanguard, Fidelity, or even apps like Robinhood make investing accessible. And no, you don't need thousands to start. $50 a month is enough to get the ball rolling. But investing alone isn't enough if you're surrounded by the wrong influences. Let's talk about the most toxic habit of all. Habit number 5, staying in a circle that doesn't support growth. Look around you. Are your friends building you up or holding you back? If your circle constantly complains about money but never does anything to improve, their habits will rub off on you. If your friend's idea of financial planning is deciding whether to get extra guac at Chipotle, it's time to upgrade your circle. Surround yourself with people who inspire growth, join communities, follow financial mentors online, or attend networking events. You'll be amazed at how quickly your mindset shifts when you're around the right people. Breaking these habits isn't easy, but it's life-changing. Each small change you make today compounds into something extraordinary over time. But don't stop here. If you're ready to take your financial journey to the next level, check out my video on how to get rich in your 20s. It's packed with actionable steps to accelerate your wealth-building journey. Click the link on the end screen, and I'll see you there. Let's build the life you've always dreamed of. Watch How to Get Rich in Your 20s. Subscribe for more financial wisdom.